Here we go. I'm here. Sorry. I got a barking dog. Should be right out here in a second. Alrighty. Hey, back! Hook him up while you're out there. Go get back. Come on. Alright, I'm back. Just had a barking crazy dog going on there. Crazy situation. What is up? There we go. Had to chase the dog for a second. Okay, we're all good. I'm back. Let's get drawing. I've got this saving here. There we go. Okay, got our pencil out. My glasses are still transitioning, so I can't see anything. All right, is this one live? Now it is. There we go. This saving here. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, we're getting double. Yo, yo, yo. Haha. Cindy, what's up over on Facebook? Welcome. How are you? We're on our last day. I'm going to do 2 for 1 today. Thanks for liking the stream. I gave a couple of heads up over on Instagram and Facebook, little lives. Just got back from the airport, dropped off the in-laws, ready to go. We started our drawing earlier, and we're moving on. So here we go. Let me plug in this one other thing so I don't lose the feed too quickly. And then we'll go on to inking. There we go. Plug in the tablet. That's better. I got my beard going on today. I'm in the holiday spirit. The dog kind of was biting my beard, like going after these, so they got a little thrown around. Yep, I was on a little bit earlier. And yeah, we've got a lot to do today, so that's why I am moving. Sharpen this up a little bit. Here we go. I'll go like so. Nice. All right, so I'm working on my final 2 artworks. This is going to be from Christmas Vacation, and then we're going to have our other piece, which will be the Muppets Christmas Carol. And that's probably one of my favorites. It's going to make me want to watch the movie, guaranteed, by the way, at the end of it. So I'm going to be really excited to watch it. I can already tell. That's going to be a thing. Take a little bit off here. Let's see here for a moment because it showed up first. Oh yeah, no worries. If you end up bouncing over to Twitch or whatnot, that's fine, of course. It's always fun seeing how that works out. You know, different people watch lives different ways and whatnot. And I'll have somebody comment over on YouTube and then they're like showing up on Facebook and talking to me over there. So Valor Queen, Christmas trees, what's up? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. I kind of feel like all this is kind of long though. Even though his arm is down, it still feels like it's too low. Of course, I prefer the Twitch experience. Just better on the laptop versus phone. Yeah, I hear ya. Definitely. There we go. Now it looks a little bit better. There. How's that distance? How's that feel? It's pretty good. A little bit thicker here. So this is actually from Christmas Vacation. I think the people that know the part. It's kind of a funny moment in the movie. It's a little bit more adult humor, I'm not going to lie, at this moment. So just a heads up. But it's a pretty funny part. And I like it a lot. It's a Chevy Chase style movie. I believe, yeah, Chevy Chase. Yeah, he's the main actor in it. This guy, what's his name? Randy Quaid, I think is his name. And what a great, kind of funny. The reason why I laugh so hard is that I actually lived in a travel trailer for a while when I was doing work with my brother Ben. Singing and basically like charity work. We'd go to churches and schools across the country, and we one thing that we really did a lot of that's very reminiscent of what I do now is we did Chevy Chase is awesome. We did a lot of we put together this show which was basically like America, You Can Come Back, and talking about the history of America and all those kinds of things. And we put it into a production where we sang and did some readers kind of theater kind of stuff. We did the performances for live radio broadcast in Wisconsin, and it was really cool. It was a different experience for sure. Than most people would probably have first starting out their lives. And I think it was very unique. So I didn't get out of college, get married, and just buy a house and do the normal thing that I think a lot of people would do. I ended up out on the road traveling right away and living in a cardboard box with wheels, basically, because that's what travel trailers are, camping trailers, essentially, in my book. There we go. There we go. So yeah, all that to say, I know these moments. So he's actually emptying out the toilet right now, like in the road in this part of the movie. Which is totally a faux pas move. Like, don't you dare do that, right? That's not, it's not a wise thing to do. But it's funny. It's one of those moments like, hey, we're here. We're just, we're going to have Christmas with you. And we're going to live in a trailer out behind your house or whatever. In your front lawn. It's that kind of feel. I think it's so funny. That's kind of how you felt. That's how I felt when I was traveling that way sometimes. There we go. Sounds like Everett's here. You hear the car pulling up. Yep.
Hey.
He's here.
Oh, look at that beard.
Yes, all of its glory. There we go. All right. Let's see. Now I'll watch it again. Chevy Chase, of course, the movie Oversized Christmas Tree. Is that the movie with the oversized? Oh, probably. And they try to shove it in the room, and then like a squirrel or something lives in it, and they try to attack it. Things blow up, all kinds of stuff. Oh, yes. All right. I am live, just so you know. I'm doing a little scene from a movie. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. Getting close to the inking stage. It's funny, even in this, like I can tell the body, since the shoulders drop so much because his hand's down, it's a really, really different kind of feel, you know? Because you wouldn't normally put the arms so low and whatnot if you were just drawing someone just standing there like normal. Go. Everybody's got somebody in the family like this.
If you don't know who it is, it's probably you.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let me put this up, by the way. I'm going to be letting people know this because I don't want to hear, Joe, I didn't know, and I would have got one, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear all that. So I'm going to put down one more time here as a link, Joe Everson Art, or joeeverson.com, like this, /Christmas. All right. So last day, and the reason for that is we actually have to mail all the stuff out by Monday in order for us to guarantee you get all this by Christmas. So we've got today to finish this up. Then I'm going to archive everything. Then we're going to get it all printed and everything probably tomorrow and ship it out on Monday. So that is the link. If you go to that link, you'll see on here, this is the website and what it looks like. Should pop up in a second. Wonder why it's not actually. Boom. Should pop up. That's weird. Well, I'll bring it up here in a second. I don't know why it's not wanting to come up. It did earlier. Did I mute it? Oh, there it goes. Man, it just took a while. Anyway, there it is. It popped up. Just had to think about it for a second. That is the location you would go to go ahead and purchase your one slot, or two or three, I guess. You could go for all of them if you want, the last four, to get you the 12 days of Christmas drawings, all 12 of them, 8x10s. They'll be delivered to you by Christmas of the series that you saw me do live almost every day. And even when we were traveling, I tried doing some mobily, which was a lot of fun. So, oh yeah, The Great Outdoors. I remember that one. Really funny movie. Yep. There's something about vacation and in-laws and random relatives who have different views in life that show up at your doorstep that just says Christmas or the holidays. So it's funny. It's a great way to go with everything. Anyway, that's the website. If you want to double check that, that is where you will go on to get one of your spaces available, and I'm quite sure it's down to 4. I know of one other person that's getting one, so technically it's about to be 3 soon. So just a heads up. But anyway, we got 2 for today. We've got this one, and then we're gonna move to Muppets Christmas Carol, which is probably one of my favorites that ever exists, and I'm definitely gonna be watching that one for sure. Watched it recently at a friend's suggestion. Nice. Very cool. All right, so that's that. Let's get on to the inking. I'm going to hide that from the screen. There we go. And we're right at it. I think instead of using the brush pen, I'm actually going to use a smaller micron pen because there's some really tiny details happening in this one. And I'm really just looking for an overall feeling anyway from this one. And then in order to get that properly, I feel like I'm going to have to go really small. So I'm going to double check the face here. I might have to do a little pencil first. But there we go. There we go. And don't forget, you can share this stream. It helps me out a lot to show other people what's going on. Let them know what it's about, even if it's something that you're not doing or into per se. You might want to share it and let other people know what's going on. That way I know I can be able to spread the Christmas cheer by way of my art. But by sharing, it really helps with the algorithms and all that. I in a way could care less. I'm the artist. I like doing what I do, and I like sharing what I do with people. It's fun, and I just enjoy making art. And when I get friends together, even if it's online like this, it's just fun to do. It's fun to be able to participate in this way. Like as a touch point of the process of my art. I like to teach a little bit as I go. That's in me. I probably get that from my dad, who's a teacher, music teacher, and that kind of thing. That's got to be part of why I like doing what I do. It's fun to let people know some of the tips and tricks that I use and just the standard things that I do to create a piece. And even as I'm learning things, it's fun to have people join in and I can let them know what I'm doing and all that. But so this makes for a great way to do that. There we go. These facial features are really small on here, so I'm taking a little extra time to kind of pinpoint the key creases in the face and little, shadows in the cheeks with the little cheesy grin that this character is doing. The uncle, I think. Anyway, with Randy Quaid here, I believe is his name. Just makes it better if I can capture that moment for everybody, even if it is in my own way, really. Now I am streaming on Instagram. My phone was about dead, so I can't see the chat for it. So if you've got any questions or anything, hop over to Facebook really quick and join us over there, or Twitch or YouTube, and I can be readily available if you got any questions or want to chat with us. So I can tell I'm getting messages. It's blowing up over there when I'm trying to get this pencil down. There we go. Drop that a little bit. Look at that. Just so much character in this face. Cracks me up. One day I'm going to look back at these, and maybe you will if you collected, and remember like, I remember when Joe did these these little drawings and whatnot. You know, I'll be dead and they'll be worth millions. No, but I'll be who knows? I'm gonna always draw, so I'll be doing my thing, and I think it's the fun part. You'll be able to look back and see, you know, something that has been created, and you got to watch the process, and you own it, and it's, you know, it's just kind of fun to think about things that way. That's already happened to me, so I know what that's like to have had people collect originals from me in the past, and then end up with, you know, these pieces that I did for X amount of dollars, you know, whatever it was, and now they are, you know, sitting on these pieces that I'd probably do for a bit more, let's just say, but, you know, in a good way, and it makes me excited about the art world. It's so cool. It's a really hard place to survive. It is. It's a saturated market in a lot of ways, you know, but it never was my, how do I put it? It wasn't like I was motivated by, you know, oh, I'm gonna make so much money as an artist, because trust me, that's not how. Let's see, 101, how to make money. I know, be an artist. That's not necessarily the easy way to do it. Oh, we just got an order in. I believe. Let's double check. Boom, Christmas prints. I told you one was going to come through soon. That one's going out to Louisville. So we just sold another one on our QVC channel. On our Art VC channel.
Down to 3?
We are down to 3. And if the other one comes through like I think, that means 2 left. Yeah, so we'll see though. Technically there's still 3. There's still 3 spaces available. So that was cool. Yeah. I should have like a little like ringtone thing, like a jingle bell button or something that goes crazy when that happens. Anyway, yeah, see Everett. Everett's here. What's up, Everett?
Oh, I should have worn my like Christmas sweater gnome. I know.
Where's your Christmas sweater gnome
I
thing?
have to go home at lunch and change.
Yes, especially for today. Ooh, we got a little message from Melody. Oh, I'm sorry, I've not been on the multi-stream version. Let's see. Little man and I are watching. He thought the ornaments in your beard was hilarious. Good. There you go, little guy. There you go. Woo! Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. I always like how the Brits, I think I'm allowed to say that. I mean, I'm not meaning that in any demeaning way. But the British or the English folks will say Happy Christmas. Valor Queen says hello. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. I covered my face for that one. Almost sacrificed the beard. All right, let's see. I lost my reference in all of that. I want to make sure there we go. Oh, man. Everett's funny. He cracks me up. He's a fun guy. All right, there we go. He's been right there with us because he's part of the family. He's in multiple ways. He's a friend of mine, but he's been a brother-in-law to me as well. And anyway, so he's been hanging around and doing his thing with us, right along with us. In other words, we had Mandalorian night last night with all the in-laws. He was there, you know, and everybody was around, and my sister has a little dog that plays with Dakota, and when they play, it's usually super, super crazy, hardcore playing. Like they're, you know. Anyway, we usually let that go on for like a few minutes, and then it's too much. And so there's all that going on. There were all these like kids like jumping all over the place and everything. It was crazy. Anyway, so funny. Yes, thank you for blessing me there, by the way. All right. There we go. Kind of define my final spots where I'm actually going to put all my lines, and then we're going to use that pen to finish these things up. I'm pretty happy up here now. He doesn't have like a bulbous nose. He's got like a quick nose. I don't know how else to describe it, but he's smiling. So it's forcing the wrinkles on the nose to look a little bit bigger, right? So, oh yeah, it was totally a great time. Oh man, it was so much fun. And some of you may have, did you see him? No, but he visited Brennan, my brother-in-law. He was here and he was having a ball too. So he hadn't seen the studio at all when I was over at the mill back in those days when I was first starting up. And so I took him over there and we kind of got to look around a little bit and stuff and all of that. So that was really cool. Oh, what do we get? What do we get? Oh, not that yet. Not that yet. Not done with the Christmas drawings yet. I'm telling you, once they are gone, they are gone. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I think I'm ready. I want to ink this. Let's do it. You guys ready? You ready to ink this? Let's do this. All right, so let's get an O2, or what do I have out? An O2 would actually work just fine. Let's do an O2. So for the facial features, say that really fast. I'm going to use the smaller size. I could use the brush, it would work, but just to be doubly sure that I'm doing exactly the line I want, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy. It's just a little bit. A little bit more sound. There we go. And yes, this is where, by the way, I get a little bit quieter. I apologize. I'll try to, keep you guys entertained with what I'm doing and everything as much as possible. But I do get really intent, especially when I'm working on the face, because it's ink. It's kind of permanent at this point, right? And I want to do a good job. I want to bring it in well. I'm getting better and better at talking while I'm creating. I can sing while I create fairly decently. Did some of you guys got to see a little bit of the studio? I went live on my phone and kind of did a little walkthrough so everybody could see it because I was coming in anyway. I hope you guys like that. You got to see my little lounge area that I like to work out of, and or take a break rather. There's nothing wrong with not creating a hard line right away. There's nothing wrong with that. I find it actually helps a lot when I'm inking. I've noticed some other artists, and I've learned that from other people. It's okay. It's okay to... It's not in an unsure way, just in a artistic way, to skip and gap a little bit at first, and then start connecting lines. But sometimes you need the long swoop, like right here. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna work well for the piece to do that. There we go. We'll get the old fuzzy hat. I love these hats, by the way. There we go. What were these called? These kinds of hats. You guys remember or know what they would be called? Where they got the fuzzy. I think they used to make them out of like rabbit and stuff, but you know, they make synthetic obviously now. So don't get upset, everyone. Calm down. I didn't kill any rabbits. But yeah, anyway, what are they called? They kind of tie around your ears. They're so comfortable. There we go. There's like a little kind of fuzzy area right here. And then, boop, 3-button little piece that hangs off right here. Oh, man. Anybody remember? What is it called? I can't remember. Guys, we're down to 3. That's so cool. You guys are doing great. Just 3 slots available. I don't want to hear it later. I'm telling you, I promise you, we're going to get a comment that says, I didn't know, and don't you guys have any more? Be like, no, I'm sorry. It's a limited edition. Extremely limited edition is how we worded it. Try to get people to understand, like, this doesn't, we never do this. Not that limited. Most of our editions are like 50 to, I think we even have one that's running at 400, and that's the Iwo Jima flag raising. Battery died or something. Sorry guys, coming back on. Let me check it out. Let me see. Yeah, it's a low battery. I just put in a new one. All right, we'll have to plug this guy in. All right, I'm gonna give you a little intermission so I can plug in the battery and all that stuff. Give me a little bit. Yes, Brenda, down to 3, I know. All right, I'm gonna give you a little intermission screen, plug it in. I know you can see it now, but it's just gonna die on us again. So let me do that and then I'll be right back. I'm going to be doing a live drawing every day for the first 12 days of Christmas. We are only offering this extremely limited series of 12 Giclée prints in an edition of 25. And yes, I'm sorry to say, the original drawings will not be for sale. Only the prints. If you're one of the lucky 25, you will receive an 8x10 Giclée print unframed. With this collection being so special, I'm definitely going to make COAs, certificates of authenticity, for each print, and they'll also be signed and numbered. They'll only be that limited series and that's it. Because it's first come, first serve, you will receive the number in the edition based on when you purchase. Once they're gone, they are gone, so don't wait until day 12 to buy. You'll be able to see each artwork as it's created and uploaded then to the website and social media, so make sure you check those out. I'm really looking forward to doing this throughout the next 12 days of Christmas. I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday, and I love you all. Hope to see you soon, and good luck. Ching, 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 dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All right. All right, we should be back. Yay! And I got it plugged in. There we go. Sorry, guys. Man, everything dies so fast around here. All right, so I'm gonna also plug it back here so that it has power. We don't have that happen again. I use it a lot because we did family pictures and everything recently, and stuff. With it, so I burned through a lot more of the battery than I usually do when I first start. There we go. Should be charging. And we got a full battery. Let's keep rolling. On with the inking. Let's see. Fuzzy rabbit or synthetic fur tie around the ears with Snap's hat. Nice. I've heard it called different things. A beaver flap hat, trapper hat, bomber hat. Oh yeah, bomber hat. Yes, bomber hat. Probably modeled after Russian hats. This is from Dana Everson. That's my dad, by the way. Using World War II bombers, it can get cold up there, or if the pilot had to bail out in Europe in the winter. Oh, that's right. Oh, man. That is right. I love those hats. My brother Peter used to wear one, and I was always jealous of that one hat, but his head was a little bit smaller, so even if I tried to like steal it from him or borrow it or whatever, it was like not quite large enough for my big head at the time. Now that I've shaved my head, it's probably fine. There we go. Kind of cut this off a little bit sooner. A lot of times I make my edits as I go as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Some wrinkles in the coat. Come on through here. All right. Oh, but those coats and everything were always so warm. The coats, the fur hats. I loved it. I loved how it felt on the ears and everything, and just so nice. There we go. Get all these wrinkles and the kind of lapel part to the robe going on here. Chevy Chase movies, by the way, they just crack me up so much. I think there are plenty of funny people still today doing their thing and everything, but I do like a lot of the classic people. I say classic because for me, there were movies that came out when maybe my parents were watching them and stuff and all that, but who knows? Maybe I'm making myself sound old by talking about Chevy Chase and stuff. Some things they just can't redo. The other day I was just talking about how they were talking about doing the redoing The Princess Bride, and now I think I feel how some other folks feel about movies that get redone. Some people act all excited about it, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna. How in the world could they possibly improve upon The Princess Bride? Like, they have they have a giant like that would actually work. There's no way. There's zero way that would be a thing. I just don't see it. That's just to name one aspect, by the way, of the movie. There we go. So I know what I need for Christmas now. It's like 10,000. It's like 10,000 chargers and ports for everything that I own over here, or that I use while I go live. Because then I've got the tablet, which is now not being charged because I had to move the charging station over there, and I just don't have quite long enough cable to reach it right now. But usually this has been fully charging all night and blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm just boring everybody, but it's the truth. I need to get myself a little charging station. Ask for that for Christmas. I can also joke about. I can't remember. There was a movie that Robin Williams did, and it had to do with going camping as well. Maybe someone will remember what it was. But a lot of the jokes and things that happened in there, like I could share those feelings and jokes and stuff that went on with my brother because I traveled with him in those trailers in the winter for a good time, a good long time, 2 years, as a matter of fact, about roughly 2 years that I was on the road, traveling and singing and everything. And some of the stuff that would happen when we were traveling, you just understand it. I know there's other people who've probably gone camping and get all that, emptying out the sewer, the brown water, the dark water, the black water, and that whole process. Just gonna give this some bridges. Even just imply a little bit there. There we go. The younger generation needs to watch the older ones just for the experience. I know I think there's a lot to be pulled from, and most of the really good comedians, even if they are modernizing some of their methods and all that kind of stuff, they are usually pulling from something that does exist. Whether it's anywhere from Jerry Lewis, which was one of my favorites when I was growing up, to Dean Martin and those movies, the Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin ones, the Martin Short, like the Three Amigos. Are you kidding me? Martin Short, Chevy Chase, and Steve Martin. Those kind of, even the Meet the Parents with. I feel like they've pulled, like from that movie, for instance. I feel like they've pulled from some of these other movies, like Father of the Bride and all those awkward situations. I mean, they're brilliant. I'm not saying they're carbon copy pulling it, just the feelings and the way that humor is interpreted. And that's not even old school, really. Like, there are, what was his name? Buster Keaton or something? Or, and Laurel and Hardy and, like, Bud Abbott, Lou Costello, Who's on First? That kind of humor has still stayed so true. I know some people are like, I'm over it. I've heard those before. Trust me, that you do that in a crowd, if you do a good job of relaying that storyline, that message, whatever, it's gonna get people laughing like crazy. It just works, even if you've heard it. Oh, we got a new like. Oh, RV. Yeah, took me a minute. Starring Robin Williams. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, I missed the like. Where is it? Should be happening here in a second over here. Sorry, whoever jumped on and gave us a like. I missed it. Thank you. Oh, I can see it in back time over here. Jerry Lusk. Thank you. I think you're actually... No, you had purchased a couple of the right out of the sketchbook. So you got an original, which is really cool. Not too long ago. I think it was one of the Mandalorian ones from Inktober, back when I was doing that. Maybe two, I can't remember. But anyway, congratulations on that. And we're down to the last three or two of this series for slots available for all the prints. Heads up, by the way, Jerry. Make good Christmas gifts. But anyway, I just don't want to hear later, you didn't tell me about it or I didn't understand it. It's like, I know I'm overdoing it probably for some folks, but that's why I'm doing this. They see me, they talk to me, and they're like, what? I would have bought one It's like, I know. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I should have. And so now I'm like, I'm not doing the I should have. I'm doing it. I'm saying it. I'm telling people. All right, let's finish this hand over here, and then we can move on to coloring. It's funny how often I end up doing watercolor anyway. The inks really do come into play decently too, but it's just hard not to utilize the watercolor power of watercolor in a good many of these pieces. And I'm already analyzing and thinking about what I'm going to do. And it's like one of those snowy, sunny mornings, basically, I think, in the scene. So I probably just, there's some trees and then just a street. But anyway, yeah, I think that'll work. And kind of go around here. Got a finger kind of wrapping around the glass. There we go. Coming up this way. There we go. You do take slightly different methods, by the way, depending on methods of inking, depending on how you're going to color. So if I was going to go grayscale, then I'd do a lot more shading with this. Here I'm doing some light work, basically, off of most of it, because I know I'm probably going to add in a little color. But the robe is mostly white. So on the robe area, I'll probably use, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get it out now, but we're going to move on to the brush and then create a little bit with this. So, because there isn't going to be a ton of color, I want to create my little shadows and stuff, line work with this one. By going fast with the brush, you can create kind of a fuzzy feel to it. What did I just do that on? It was the last one, I think. Oh yeah, with A Christmas Story, with the kid coming down the stairs in the bunny costume, I use this and then push it with the ink, and it creates a little bit of texture, a little bit of fuzz. Now, all this is going to be just fine. A little bit of a dark line there, but once again, it's all white, so I don't want to go too dark. Even the transition from his robe to the leg, it's almost the same color. There's a little shadow in there. Maybe a little bit here. A little bit there. There we go. A little stubble in the face. Gotta be careful, but create a little bit there. I'll leave that part alone. There we go. Go ahead, put a little ink down here. Pretty much black there. I think it's like a teal green or dark, not a teal. It's like a dark green hat now that I'm looking at it, which is funny. I didn't really recognize that from before. A little bit of something here. All that's pretty light, so I'm not going to use this a ton. A little bit down here for some shadow. Pull that down. There we go. Some more wrinkles there. And just shorthand imply that that's a full hose there. There we go. And bring that in a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to erase in a second, but I got to be careful. I don't want to smudge it too much. And then we'll colorize it. Back in here. Start cleaning up all the leftover pencil. See if we missed anything important here. There we go. And gives us some room to breathe now. Dry. They're kind of sad now. I think Dakota knocked them all down. Let's see. Let's refine some. They're like bumping into each other. Let's refine these a little bit more. There we go. Knocked him. He jumped up on me and knocked him down. There we go. Ha ha! Seeing this image on my front lawn. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the whole feel, right? So you're looking at this and you're like, hey, how's it going? Like, howdy, neighbor. Or your uncle or whoever, right? I've met these characters. Everybody's got I'm telling you, everybody's got this somewhere in their family. And if you don't know, if you can't think of one, it's probably you. I like that. It's almost like the "you might be a redneck" jokes from Foxworthy, was it? There we go. There we go. Ooh, careful. Oh. What was that? Good thing it wasn't a piece of lead. There we go. Now I'll do some more details in the eyes here and everything, but I had so much pencil down, it's hard to tell what was ink and what's pencil, so I usually wait till this stage excuse me, to clean up those areas. There we go. Alright, now I'll use the pen. The tiny little tip of the brush. There. You get zero feedback from this. I think I'll probably use the other brush here in a second. Although I'm going to try this. Famous last words as an artist. Try to use the very tip of the brush to create my shadows just a little bit. There we go. That worked great. He's got such a big jaw there. Such a character, man. There. Yeah, that works. Kind of pull it up that way. Thick neck, too. There we go. Yeah. The rest of the shading I'll do with markers and all that. There we go. Doesn't take much. There we go. Boom. Man, we've already captured the moment. We're just taking it up a notch by adding in our color and everything. You know what? I'm noticing that this looks a little bit too flat, so I'm going to bring this up. And bring this over. Boom. just zoom out just a touch. That'll look a little more, not so flat and like at an angle. Let's see. Oh, I'm watching you. I was eating his lunch. He looked at the picture and said, "Oh wow, he's draws good." Well, thank you. I appreciate it very much, and that is a compliment. So thank you. I hope I draw okay. All right, I'm going to add in the final pen work here, and then I'm going to take a lunch break. I'm going to grab my lunch. I'll bring it back out, probably like 15 minutes, come right back, and finish this guy up with a little color. And then we've got the next round of the Muppet Christmas Carol. And let me tell you, I'm excited. That's actually going to be really hard for me because there are a lot of awesome things I could do with that one. I really wanted to do Scrooge. And it's like, I think that'd be really cool. I won't do it because Scrooge is like one of the only characters that's not a Muppet. So it's like, what? But I definitely want to do a piece with Scrooge at some point. Anyway, I don't know. I won't be doing just Scrooge for the Muppet Christmas, but maybe he'll be a part of it. I definitely want to hone in on a nice happy moment from the show, but it would be nice to not have to do that. It's not always, everything doesn't always have to be all smiles. There's some great moments that are epic and scary and all that. There are other emotions. But most people, if they want to hang it in their house, they want to have something that doesn't just bring them down all the time. I get that. Trust me, I get that. But I am an artist. Don't forget, I'm an artist. So we're the ones that are all like dark and wearing black all the time, right? I had an art teacher that did that, and she was a very happy lady, but she preferred black. Right? It's okay. A lot of their family did. Wore black hats. Kind of had a cowboy look to them. Black jeans. Always wearing black. There we go. I'm going a little bit heavier with the shadowing here, but not crazy. But enough to make sure we're applying everything properly. And then we'll use a little bit of watercolor or ink for the rest. There we go. Boom. Got it. All right, guys, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to bow out, get some lunch, and we're going to keep rolling, okay? Thank you so much for plugging in. I'm going to be back. Let me get, where's my phone? I got to get a little photo of this, let people know what we're doing next. Because I'm going to update everybody all day today. I'm giving everybody their shot. We're down to the last 3 or 2. I still don't know yet for sure. I'll double check that. But let's get a shot of this. Maybe you'll see this posted. There we go. And then inking it like this. Boop. Right? Boop. Nice. And then we'll do one with the pen. Let's get one with the brush. Yep. See you again soon, guys. Just finishing up the final ink part. Okay. I'm going to go grab lunch. I'll be back. I love you all. See you soon. And Merry Christmas. I'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right